I wanted to make one of those, what do they call it? Clean and clear, or clean and bright, or something like that. But I wanted to make one of those kinds of cards. Simple and clean, that's what it's called, where it's kind of a white on white kind of monochromatic tone, but I wanted to do a touch of peach colored in there because I really love the peach color. I just think it looks really nice. So what we're going to do here is we're going to start out with our white, just square piece of paper. We're going to put double-sided tape on the back on all four sides. Then you have this piece of lace here. On the back side, we're gonna be probably about a quarter inch in from the top there, and we're gonna stick down our lace. We're gonna bring this around the front and bring it to the back. Now I'm gonna take a moment and just trim off this excess lace here because this is beautiful lace and I wanna use it in a future project. That way I don't waste that excess lace and it'll just be behind this card, okay? So there we have that, looking wonderful. Now we're gonna put double-sided tape on again, especially right over where that lace is at. Now we're going to take our peach ribbon, and again on the side where this lace is, okay, right here on the side, we're going to go in probably about ½ an inch down from the top, okay? And then we're going to take the other side of that little tail there and do the same thing about ½ inch down from the top. Okay, so it looks like this. I know it's very weird, but trust me, there's a reason. Double-sided tape goes on top of that again, because anywhere where that ribbon is would of course not be sticky, so we need to make it sticky again. And we're gonna mount this onto our blush colored background here. And you're gonna get just a very, very tiny little border. I think it's like a 1/16 of an inch. It might even be smaller than that. And you're gonna lay that down. Again, your ribbon should be on the right side of that, okay? All right, now double-sided tape on the back one more time. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Now we're gonna mount this on the front of our card base. The white card base there. Again, you're going to have just a very small border, about a 1/16 inch on all four sides. Now we're going to take our ribbon here, we're going to cut it in half, and we're going to tie a bow. The bottom here on the right side. Tie our little bow. I know it looks like the left side from where you're at, but trust me, it's on the right side on the front of the card right here. And I aimed my bow to kind of be a little bit more towards the bottom. Go. And you can make it as large as you would like. If you want a small bow, you can do a small bow. If you want a slightly larger one, you can do slightly larger. Either way, you're at the very end here, you're just going to trim this at a little angle. There we are. And now we're going to fussy cut our rose. So what I did here was I stamped the rose. I know it's kind of hard to see, but I stamped it in white StazOn ink. And then on the back side, I used a peach Caron brush marker and colored peach colored on the back side. So now when we fussy cut this, and when I say fussy cut, I mean to cut out along those white lines. And I'm on the outside of the white line here. And I know it's almost impossible for you guys to see where you are up there. But trust me, I'm fussy cutting my little rose here. I'm gonna go all the way around the edge. I really wanted to make this card, I wanted to make it a birthday card because we're always needing birthday cards. But I also wanted to make this card because it could easily be manipulated into a wedding card with a different sentiment, like a congratulations, or a wishing you happiness, or sending you happiness. With the right sentiment, you can really make a beautiful and very elegant wedding card. And then you can pick the recipient's wedding colors if you wanted to, but I just love the peach and blush tones together. I just think that's really, really beautiful and really lands in this monochromatic, really soft, very elegant appearance here. All right, and now we're going to trim out our last little leaf grouping. So what I've stamped out here is you have your rose stamp, and then you also have two little leaves. And I've colored them all kind of in the peach tones, even though leaves are technically not peach colored, just because it will all kind of tie in with that monochromatic look. Not on the white side of your rose, because you can see that it's white on the one side and it's not really white on the other. You should be able to tell when it's in front of you, which is the front. On the back side of the rose, I can't believe this works. You just put on a little piece of double-sided tape, and amazingly, you can't see the tape through the rose, which is just incredible. And then you're going to press that down on the top, on the bottom left, and I kind of did it at an angle, making sure card opens the right way. I did this twice where I mounted my front of my card upside down and I had to rip it up twice. Okay, so now we're going to glue on our little sentiments. We're going to start with the word happy here. I'm just using my Nuvo Deluxe adhesive to glue this down. So we're going to start up here on the top left because that's how we read. As one of my customers in class today, one of our students in class commented, she's like, "Oh yeah, you start reading at the top left. That's where the sentiment should start." And I'm like, oh, Yes, exactly. That makes a lot of sense. And then we have the birthday, which is slightly down and more to the right. And when I was designing this card the first time, I had actually had my ribbon that was more centered in the lace, but then the birthday was trying to go on top of the ribbon and the focal point was just off and it just did not look right. So I ended up, now you know, when I was designing this card, I actually had to tear it apart and move the ribbon over because I wanted it to be right. Oh my gosh, it was chaotic, but the card is so worth it. I'm so happy with how it came out. Then on the inside of the card, again, I recommend double-sided tape on the back side of your little leaves. You don't need very much, just a small amount just to frame that out. And then you're gonna put your little leaf images up here at the top and on the bottom on the right. And that just kind of frames it out so you can write your little sentiment inside. And there we have card number 2. On to the next one.